Go ahead and try this error ID question. Either Caroline or her twin sister Catherine were outdoors shoveling snow for a neighbor yesterday afternoon and would have seen anyone who passed by. So let's go through each of the choices and see if there's a problem. So A, either. Well, notice either is linked with or, so that's good. We need to have either or together. That's a word pair. So because it is there, it's intact, it's used properly, we're fine with A. Either Catherine or her twin sister Catherine were outdoors shoveling snow. So you might look at B or listen to B and say, that sounds okay. But sound can be deceptive as it is on this choice in this question, because actually B is wrong. You might say, well, wait a minute, there's Catherine and there's Carolyn and Catherine here. That's two people. That's plural. Shouldn't use a plural verb. But look more closely. Notice it's either Catherine or her twin sister, Carolyn or her twin sister, Catherine. So even though it's two people, they're basically being treated separately as two independent subjects, right? It's this person or it's this person. Now, the rule is somewhat complicated for when you connect two nouns with an or. I go into this in the Grammar Bootcamp video, so I'll leave a link in the description with more information on this. But for the purpose of the SAT, when you separate two nouns with an or, it's going to be singular. So this can't be were. This has got to be was, so that it's the singular form of the verb. And I'll come back to this. Let's just go to C and D. C, outdoor shoveling snow for a neighbor yesterday afternoon and would have seen anyone who passed by. Would have is fine. It's past tense. It's showing that something could have happened, right? It's the possibility of something happening. So C is fine. Seen anyone who passed by. No problem at all with D either. So going back to B, let me actually go into the rule, because maybe it's not that complicated. For the purpose of the SAT, when you have two nouns separated with an or, it's almost always going to be singular. In fact, I can pretty confidently say it will always be singular. If, though, you're in real life and you want to know how this rule operates in real life, basically what you do is look at the noun right before the verb in the case of two nouns separated with an or, and your verb will take the number of that subject. So here, since her twin sister Catherine is singular, it's going to take a singular verb. So if the sentence said, for example, either Carolyn or her brothers, then you would say were, because her brothers is the noun right next to it. But like I said, you're not really going to see that on the SAT. For the purposes of the SAT, it's going to be singular. And you could, if you want to, double check, and you'll see the noun next to the verb will always be singular in that case. But that's your little subtle rule. So a little tricky rule typically comes up on the hard error IDs. Be aware of it, and a hard question like this can turn out to be pretty easy. To learn more about Reason Prep's SAT, SAT subject test, and ACT video courses, go to reasonprep.com/enroll, and you can find the link in the description below the video.